All right, here we go. This is Chloe riding a horse. These pictures are from 89, 90 on to about 94. And that's that rocking horse thing that Chloe used to love. She rode it so hard you wouldn't believe when she was little. Here's a great picture of Chloe and Jesse sitting at the little table that we had for them, where they would eat breakfast and lunch and dinner sometime. Well, dinner usually not, but it was their table, and they had a little blackboard there, and it was nice. There's a little slide we had in the house that Chloe learned how to climb up the little steps and slide down it. Geez, it took her forever to get there the first time, but after she got up there once, she really did it over and over again. She loved it. Here's a great picture of Simone and Chloe and Simone and Jesse being held by Rala, and that's my brother Kenny who's holding Chloe. And here's June. I actually remember when this picture was taken. When June was working with Jesse and Chloe was there, monitoring the situation. Oh, here's pictures of Chloe when she's so little. She's not even one, I think, and she's as usual, she's very happy, very, very happy. And playing with her big flower, and she's all dressed up real nice. And it's a great sequence when she was looking at herself in the mirror in her nice clothes, and then she finally put on her hat. Oh, she was so cute. Here she doesn't look that cute, but she's got her little pearls and, oh, anyway. Such a nice deal. Okay. Here's a military tent of some sort that Jesse got for Christmas. And this is, all around the old Gulf War #1 thing back then. Sample of Jesse and the Christmas tree that we always had in front of the big picture window. More in the tent. Now here's a picture of familiar at Christmas, where you've got Jesse on the left, dressed up real nice, Rala dressed nice, and me in the back, and then Chloe, and she's sitting on the old Christine's shoulders, and that's Eileen Stoyer to the left of Christine, and Bud Stoyer to the right, holding their little dog Timmy, who would bite people, bark at people, piss on the floor, or whatever. But they loved him anyway. It's more of Chloe on that horse, having a good time and rocking hard. I remember when we bought that at a tag sale, one of the springs was missing, and we went to the hardware store asking them for a spring like that, and they said, "Oh, yeah, that's a rocking horse spring." Well, there you go. Jesse in his tent. G.I. Joe. With a stick. What looks like it might have been an arrow from a bow. Yeah, around Christmas time, of course, there was a lot of snow in the backyard. That's the old apple tree that we had back there with a stone hearth right there in front of it. Here's More of Jesse at the his table with his blackboard, drawing pictures and stuff. Yeah, more of the winter wonderland in the backyard, where all sorts of creatures lived, including lots of deer. There's Rolla with Chloe and that hat. Oh my goodness. Jesse went to Landmark Academy, and that's him there in the middle, and they'd have a gym day or Olympics day or something like that, where all the kids would run and jump and do all sorts of stuff just as fast as they could. Landmark Academy. Yeah, Jesse went there starting when he was all the kids. Well, he went there when he was 2, just before he turned 3. Yep, there he is running. He's never a very fast runner when he was little, but he ran anyway. There he is again. I think they made him do 2 runs around. Some of them had to be reminded, go again, go again. There's Chloe and Jesse in a little blow-up pool in the backyard on a hot day. Chloe in the swing. We always seem, for that apple tree, we always seem to have a swing on it for a long time until the apple tree finally died. There's Jesse playing on the over at the Ridgeberry School. It was just walking distance through the woods to it for us, and Jesse playing, and we went over there often, and they'd play on the toys and whatnot. Oh, here's a picture of Rolla at one of those Easter egg hunts that we had in our backyard. She was probably hiding eggs. Here's Dave Elmore, and his son in the white shirt is Todd in the background. I don't know what the other one's name is. Connie and Dave Elmore. They were actually friends with Governor Rowland's second wife. Governor Rowland went to prison eventually. There's Chloe and hunting for Easter eggs. I'm helping, thank goodness. Chloe and outrageous. Looks, that's like what the French might put on a kid, and we may have had a, well, yeah, Christine I think was French, or Belle French. There's Jesse, and I don't know who that's the back of. There's Raleigh and the bunny ears, hiding Easter eggs. She did so many. Here's some local fair that the kids went to, and they're riding around on a thing. Riding around on this. I don't know. This is classic. Jesse, look how dressed up he is. And Jesse Tom playing at the yacht club, throwing rocks into the sound, trying to fill it up, I guess. They spent hours down there, and it was good. Throwing rocks. Beautiful. Here's those outrageous pants. Those are the Christine Henry, the old Christine. Her dad came over just before she left us, after she was our au pair for a year or whatever, and he brought those 2 ducks, which you roll along and their feet flap. The kids kind of loved them. Her dad helped me cut down a bunch of trees. He didn't speak very good English, and I didn't speak very good French, but we would decide to cut a tree down kaput. That's Jesse towing Chloe around his little wagon. Chloe in the same wagon. Somebody's birthday, don't know whose. Lots of candles. That's Rolla and Jesse and probably Marguerite there to the left. There's Jesse Tom helping with the candles. Wow, look at the group here. We got the old Christine there standing up, and then Kathleen back there beside me, and then probably just beyond Faisal is Mary, and then Marguerite in the back of Rolla and Jesse, I'd say. Oh, here's pictures from Newmarket. We go down there on Mother's Day always, and they had mostly rebel troops because there was a big battle during the Civil War at Newmarket, and that's when the Virginia Tech cadets all came to try and keep the Union soldiers from taking over the whole Shenandoah Valley, which was like the breadbasket of the South. And they had the battle, which they called with the field of lost shoes, and the shoes were, because the mud down, when the clay in the fields there got wet, it got real sticky, and had mostly a rebel encampments and soldiers there. Oh, they got a few. So that looks like Mount Jackson in the background there. So encampment. There's Jesse and Chloe examining a field piece there with porta potties in the background, which were not used during the Civil War. I think they probably just dug little trenches or something. There's Jesse with his campaign hat on and a rifle. Another kid looking down the barrel. I guess he wasn't told that it's hard on your eyes to do that. I think that house down there, just above the barrel of the cannon, is Marguerite's house in Newmarket. And here's Jesse watching the parade of rebel soldiers going by. There's proof positive that it was Newmarket parade. Chloe laying around in the grass. I don't know where that is. Probably down in Newmarket. Here's a great picture of Captain Hook and Jesse, and there's Chloe being held by Rolla out in Disneyland in California. Not Disney World. Yeah, Chloe was extremely afraid of Captain Hook at first. She just shook from fear at first, but slowly got over it. Here's a picture of how we decorated the window to "Happy Birthday, Jesse." Oh boy. Here's a picture of Inga Uhl, who was our first au pair. She was with us when we were down at in Fairfield when Jesse was first born. So she came from a little town in Germany called Durbach, and very nice. Wow. Oh man, here's a picture of Chloe with a camera and her blanket and all dressed up, ready to go. God knows where. How could anybody be so happy so much? You wonder. But after a hard day, they always got to sleep. That's Chloe, Jesse and Jesse Tom sleeping in the back of the car on the highway coming home probably. God, this looks like Chloe getting ready to go to school or something. Maybe she went to a Montessori school. Oh. Here is Philip and the new Christine, who was called Kiki. And looks like we're getting ready for a Easter egg hunt or hiding Easter eggs, maybe. I don't know. Very funny. So here's Chloe and Jesse up on a rock there, where on Coachman's Lane there was a little path across the street from Steve and Kathleen's house. And if you followed that path up, you'd eventually wind up where this big rock was. I'm hiking there a couple of times. Happy Chloe. Wow. Here's Chloe in her little red dress. It looks like she's just getting over her chicken pox. You can just see him. She was even happy when she had chicken pox. Jesse got him first. He didn't get him too bad, but just Chloe got him just awful. Here's Jesse all dressed up, doing something. Don't know what. Here's Simone and the old Christine and Chloe sitting on a hill someplace. Don't know where. And there's Jesse looking real fine in his leather vest. And it looks like in the backyard of 205. Jesse Tom and Jesse playing in that old playhouse. We eventually finished it with boards so it looked just like the main house. Chloe in that swing. This is still around the time when she had that chicken pox. It looks like Jesse is feeding Chloe a little treat of some sort. Jello, maybe. Here they go, another party. Kathleen, Jesse, and Jesse Tom. And Chloe riding on my back. Luckily, I'd had chickenpox. This is from Landmark Academy. They put on plays every year, and this was one of them. They were really serious about teaching people. They had reading, and they had coloring, and they had singing, and they had just everything. It was quite a place, and it was a full day, a real full day of school. Jesse would get there like 7:30 in the morning, and we'd pick him up at 4:30 or something. That's how school should be. Now, here's that Landmark Academy running thing again with Simone and the old Christine. So here's not Simone, maybe Isabel or something. Jesse, Rolla, my brother Kenny, and Chloe. Yeah, Isabella. Very good. Jesse. Chloe enjoying learning how to use a fork. Chloe enjoying the day near, looks like a little animal in a cage. Yep, there's Chloe on my back down in Newmarket for sure. And here is, I don't know, an elephant ride. Don't know who's up there. Not sure if anybody I recognize. Well, there's that radio flyer wagon that Jesse got on his second birthday from Steve and Kathleen. We actually got two wagons that day, a smaller one from Bill Carpenter, radio flyer one, and then that larger one from Steve and Kathleen. Here's my dad, Chloe, and Jesse, and it looks like we're in the airport. And I suspect what's happening is my dad is going back to Colorado. Here's the old Christine and Isabel and Jesse and Rolla. And here is, here's the old Christine, Jesse, Isabel, and Christine's father, who I think is Raymond Henry. He came over and stayed with us while the last week or two that Isabel was there. There's Jesse with a sparkler. Here's the message that Christine wrote on the blackboard there at the kids' table, and yeah, it's beautiful. She was a wonderful au pair. It was a wonderful time having her. It was great having our father there. There are the kids, Chloe, Jesse, Tom, having ice cream, I think. Here it is back at Disneyland with Captain Hook, Chloe standing there with Rolla cleaning up her face, and Jesse, and then I think Mr. Sneed is the name of the other character. There's Jesse at the Back to the Future car, looks like. Here, this is Disneyland with Jesse and Chloe in the strollers. I'm pushing Jesse and Eric, who is the son of Karen, my brother Scott's first wife, and yeah, he's turned out to be a gay guy. He is, and he's got it now. Last I heard from Pearl, he has AIDS. There's Captain Hook and Jesse and Rolla and Chloe. So, but he worked at Disneyland. He worked at Disneyland and Disney World. There's that picture again. Here's one of those beautiful pictures of two kids who enjoyed a wonderful life. Chloe and Jesse playing with some animal they captured in that cage. God knows what it was. I don't know what's going on here, but they're probably a party of some sort. Isabel and I don't know what the other girl's name is. Oh, here is Orvis Yingling, and he is somebody we knew from the yacht club. Him and his wife Margaret, and he sailed. That's a thistle there, and Rolla sailed on that thistle while she was 8 months pregnant with Jesse. So he's been a sailor more than all his life. And here's a picture of Orvis and Margaret, not too many years before Orvis died. They were wonderful people, had wonderful adventures. My goodness, nobody has many adventures as they did. There's Jesse with one of his drums. There's Chloe with Kathleen. There's one of the toys over at the kindergarten area of the school, of the Ridgebury School. She'd get on that and ride it like the horse they had in her house. This looks like Rolla and Jesse and Chloe getting ready for one of our Halloween parties. There's the two of them in one stroller. And here is the two of them in one stroller. I'm pushing them. I don't know where we are here. And that's the new Christine, also known as Kiki, in the background there. Birthday party looks like Jesse, and Tariq is the kid next to him. He lived next door. There's some more there of that birthday party. And here's Jesse, Tom, and Jesse and Tariq there. And they're in there, and Jesse Tom's like went through this Batman phase, and he, I mean, he really literally wore the Batman costume, mask, and stuff night and day for like, seemed like 6 months. Hopefully it wasn't longer. There's Steve on the left there, and me in the background looking frazzled from the party all the time party. Here are a bunch of au pairs who were having a little bit of fun at during the birthday party. And they are Carol Weid from Germany on the left, and Sabine, who was a little bit of a au pair for us, and Jackie Tome from France, Saint Etienne, and Derek of somebody, and Milan. Unbelievable. Seems like there are more names than there are people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not. Anyway, they were all au pairs. And, you know, the au pairs all got together and talked about their guest families. Kathleen. This looks like one of those Ridgefield parade. I don't know, that's not Ridgefield. Where is that? I don't know. Could be Newmarket. That's Jesse with a microphone and a Batman costume on. At a birthday party, no doubt dedicated to him. There's Jesse playing electric guitar with a microphone. Chloe singing into her microphone. These kids had everything. Now Chloe's got the guitar and the earphones on and listening to music probably. Oh, God. Huh? She finally got the mask away from Jesse. Here's Jesse, the cavalry charge on the horse with the sword. Couldn't be better. Oh, here it is. Birthday. Ed Stoyer there on the left. Chloe looking at him. Eileen Stoyer there in the middle, watching Jesse read The Night Before Christmas, probably, which he could do pretty well. Here's the car. I remember when this was out by the tree, and I remember when Chloe came out of her bedroom in her pajamas or whatever, and she came around the corner, saw the car, went right over there, opened the door, and got in. No, she knew that present was for her. And here she's got a little dolly in the back seat. Jesse got a coonskin hat and a shotgun of some sort, it looks like. I think it shot corks. Chloe all dressed up. Chloe taking a bath. Chloe and Jesse probably watching the play there at the Landmark Academy. You know, he was in a play there, Rock Soup, and they wouldn't. And his teacher called up and said that he was fighting with the other vegetables, and so they couldn't let him in the play because he was too disruptive. But I took him to the play anyway, and I took Chloe too. And then it had that episode where the kid on the end and a lineup of little soldiers, you know, started fidgeting around the lot and holding himself, and finally he let go and he peed his pants. And the audience sort of, you know, had a ripple of recognition, but oh, it happens. And then the audience just about died a minute later when the kid next to him started doing the same thing, the same fidgeting and everything. The audience just went crazy with laughter. We were laughing so hard we were crying. And then Jesse jumped up on the seat of his chair and waggled his finger at the audience and said, "That's not funny. That's not funny." It was, oh, you just don't make these things up. There's Jesse and Chloe in their Gulf War tent. I don't know what Chloe was doing in there, but that's something we had. Here's a snowman out in the backyard. No, that's the front yard. Huh. I don't remember this outfit. That's Chloe out in the backyard. And the wood chipper there covered up by the blue tarp, and the recycling, or what's it, composting cylinder we had out back. There's Chloe with had some kind of animal in that cage that they were just proud to keep. Big smile. We saved time mostly by having the kids take their bath together. Much better than separately. You had to get them in their pajamas and get going. That's Kiki reading to Jessie. There's Jessie with or Chloe with one of her dolls. Looks like the back of Marguerite's car or something there. That old Toyota 1986 Toyota wagon I had for a while. Another party. Looks like we got a piñata that time. Somebody's trying to smash it. There it is. Looks like Chloe's birthday. Daniel Boone out hunting at night on a rainy night with his coonskin hat on, his cork firing rifle, and his yellow slicker. There he is, dressed up Easter egg hunting. Here's that great John Deere tractor that we got out in Kansas and had to ship to Jesse for his 2nd birthday, and it was very impractical, really. You're supposed to pedal it like a bicycle thing, but it was real hard to do, wasn't it? But he used it a little bit. There's Rolla off of Alcheringa swimming in the Sound. Me, Jesse, and Chloe looking at pictures or reading. Chloe, all dressed up for bed in her onesie. Here's a picture of Marguerite and one of her friends down at that house in Newmarket that she had. She bought it and it was such a junky place. And then she fixed it up. I see that she's got her walker and her broken leg. She was in this terrible car accident. A woman who was a paraplegic that she was taking care of, home nursing care. That woman was driving on the highway, and her dead foot got stuck on the accelerator, and the car zoomed off the road and had a big crash. Marguerite was in the hospital for weeks, and then she never really recovered from the trauma of it. Crazy. The woman that was the paraplegic, she had been made a paraplegic because she was in a horse-drawn buggy or whatever, and a bear came out there on in the woods there in the Blue Ridge Mountains and scared the horse. The horse reared up and she was thrown off the carriage, and that's how she became a paraplegic. So she was the kind of person I always tell people to stay away from people who have accidents all the time. Here you see they had a few Union soldiers there down at Newmarket to fight with the rebels. And although And the real battle of Newmarket, the rebels never were able to force the Union off of the ridge there at the river. That's just a parade there. Here's part of their battle reenactment. Everybody gets to shoot their gun. There's Kiki with Chloe and a sparkler. Luckily they didn't get hurt. There's Chloe and Jesse sleeping. They would do that after their busy days. It looks like Kiki and Chloe watching fireworks. Here's a little bit better view of that Newmarket house with Chloe and Jesse standing in the front door. There's a side view with, I think that's Rolla out there. There's the kids in the backyards at 205 with their sunglasses on. Wow, look at Chloe with he's got a new haircut at one point, where it was short like that. Yeah, that's great. She's in the middle of town in Ridgefield with a big purple something or other. Oh boy, here's more of that swimming off of Alcheringa with the kids in the water. And I guess we didn't have swimming suits for them. We just took their clothes off, put the life jackets on them, and sent them overboard. Which sounds cruel, but what the hell. I think that's Jesse Tom there, the tall one standing up, and then Chloe right next to him, and Jesse climbing up or down the ladder, God knows. Well, at home we had a slip and slide. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Chloe in the front on an elephant ride. Looks like Kiki right behind, next behind him. Huh. Oh, there's going down the slip and slide. Going down the slip and slide. That worked out pretty well in the front yard. Oh, there's another one of them. Somebody jumping off into the drink. It could be me. There's Jesse with his sunglasses on. That's funny, looking out down the hall from the master bedroom. We still had carpet. Oh, here's another one of those plays down at Landmark Academy. I don't know why Jesse was dressed up like that or what the play was about. What that play was about. That's certainly not Stone Soup. There's another one. Probably he learned his lesson. Yeah, and wasn't so disruptive the next year when they had their big play. That was a great. There's another jump off the boat thing. It looks like Kiki there with a black suit. Maybe. Yeah, this kind of has a Disneyland look. I'm not sure. Could be Disney World. Don't know where this is exactly. And there's Donald Duck with Chloe's head in his mouth. Funny. Oop. I'll bet that was my birthday and they just didn't put enough candles on it. Here we have some. This is what we would do to get a tree. We'd go out and find one in one of those, farms where they grew trees, and we would cut it down and bring it home, set it up as a Christmas tree. There's Kiki again. I don't know what she's doing there. but she was a great au pair, and she was never heard much from her since. I don't know. So Chloe reading an upside down book, very similar to one of our presidents. Dad and Chloe picking pumpkins for Halloween party, probably. Dad on a landline phone. You don't see me doing that much anymore. And Chloe, I don't know what she's doing. There's Chloe in a Robin Hood like outfit, and guy, I don't know who's in the mask. Could be Jesse. Could be Jesse. Here's Chloe and Jesse in front of carved pumpkins. Did we have fun with pumpkins? Yes. There's a birthday party or something with, that's probably Steve on the left. And then Tariq and Azim's father, they live next door to us. And then Tariq maybe. And then that's, looks like Mary Sala. And then Chloe beside Faisal, Jesse, and then Kathleen. Now here's Rolla bringing out a 5-year-old birthday cake. I don't know who it's for. Huh. Probably Chloe. And look at that. I mean, that's the kind of girl Chloe was. Whew. She always looked so funny. There's a great picture of Jesse and Chloe down in Cape May building sandcastles. Oh, here's Chloe with a sparkler being careful. Very nice. Chloe on the landline phone. I don't know if she was talking to anybody for real or not. Could be. Could be. Here's Jesse. I don't know who this girl is. I think this is out in California, because this picture is of Chloe. That's out in California too. And this is me and Chloe and Jesse in some gulch where we went hiking. It was hot as hell, as I remember. Here's one of the, to me, one of the great pictures of Chloe. That's out in that California place. Like something called Uncle Philip's house or whatever. I don't know. Who all these people are, I do not know. That's Chloe. And I don't know who the girls are. Sabine. Oh, here's a great picture of Chloe again. Same one. Oh boy, what an absolute cutie. Well, here's one of our au pairs named Pontus. We had boy au pairs and girl au pairs. Pontus was with us for a while, and he also was an au pair with Steve and Kathleen. Me, pouring a little bit of champagne. Jesse, inspecting the tree, hoping that presents will arrive. Chloe, showing us something, and Jesse, still looking for presents, I guess. Typical tree. Lucky kids. That's what happens to the pumpkins. Oh, here's more Pontus. And who's that lady in the background? I don't know. Could be Eileen Stoyer. And of course, Jesse. Jesse, dressed up as, or made up with makeup, was as something. I don't know Chloe showing us one of her better pictures from back then, right next to her kitchen. Oh, that's Philip with a Santa Claus hat on and his old RCA VCR type camcorder. God almighty. Look how big it is. Now we do it all with our phones. Chloe. Here they are. I think they were playing. There was a game called Candy Crush on the computer that they could play. That was one of my old AT computers. They were busy as a bee. Jesse usually ran the stuff, and Chloe monitored what was going on. And she'd yell out to us, "We got this," or whatever happened. Here's Marguerite at one of our get-togethers. Chloe and Rolla. Laundry in the background. Eileen, Chloe, and Jesse. Look at Jesse's all dressed up. He always said, it's fine. Happy New Year. Oh, that's Jesse and Chloe on that horse. Look at that. Oh, nice. Jesse with a stick, running. Well, here's that makeup picture again. I used to be a nice guy. Oh my God, what are they doing here? I do not know. It looks like they got a present from somebody and we have to open them. Here it is. We didn't have parties all the time, but we did take pictures of them. Chloe at 3, blowing out the candles. That looks like a great cake. Oh man, look how happy she is. I think that's back when here's the two of them with their goggles on so that when they went swimming. Look, Jesse talking about a book. Jesse was always a good reader, even when he was, well, 4 years old or so. That gum machine never, ever really worked. It was a real piece of junk. A lot of grief, but I finally got thrown away. There's working on Playmobil stuff. Here we go. We got Jesse to the left there, Eileen Stoyer, the back of the head of Jesse Tom, Chloe, Ed Stoyer, Rolla, and Kathleen from the back of the hair. Chloe at 3. All right. Chloe and Dad. Why is she making these poses? I can't remember. Well, I think she was real proud of her new lunch bag. Well, here they are at a circus. I love this picture of Chloe. I'm there too. I don't know who's messing up the photo. Looks like no smoking in the big top. This was one of those, itinerant circuses that came around. And it's, they have tigers in the cage, thank God. There's Chloe on an elephant, and right in front of her is Ann Siani's daughter, who I can't remember her name. Jesse, Chloe, and Jesse Tom dressed up with Superman outfits up at, what's it called? Coachman's Lane, Steve and Kathleen's house. Now here's a picture of Leela, who is Ron's Graybill, Rolla's brother, Ron. and Ron and Gerta. This is their daughter Leela, and this is a picture of Torsten and his little family. Torsten is Ron and Gerta's son. So there you go. Chloe dressed up so fine. Jeez. That's Jane Shearer on the right, and then Tariq and Azim's father on the center. Peter Shearer, this is all an Easter egg. Dave Elmore of Connie and Dave Elmore fame. Jesse learning to ride a bike, still got training wheels. Chloe with balloons. I don't know who was doing that. Chloe and Jesse out in the backyard. We'd go over to the Ridgeberry School. They had a really great hill over there that we could sled on. And, you know, it was only 5 minutes away walking. There's Chloe and Jesse early on, me teaching them how to use a computer. Ooh. Where this is, I do not know. You know, the wood in the background, a Diet Coke that she's holding, but a life jacket. I just don't know where that is. This is Inga Uhl. She came back and visited us, and her brother came with her. So here she is out on the Alcheringa. Here we are looking the other way. That's Kuno over there on the left with the sunglasses on, looking out. And I think that's Werner, a guy we knew from Brian and Helen Welch. And I'm not sure who the other people are. No, here's a picture of Durbach, a postcard that Inga sent us. Here's me and Chloe down in Cape May. It was always hot, but it was a beautiful place to go to the beach. Pretty sure this is the house we were staying in that time. Oh, very gingerbready.